All praises are for Almighty Allah, our Creator, our Sustainer, the Creator of the entire creation, the Creator of us, the one who has selected our purpose, who has made us for a purpose, and the one who ultimately wants each and every one of us to peacefully enter His paradise. Almighty Allah has given us the opportunity within this dunya, within this world, to do certain deeds that will allow us to enter paradise peacefully. From amongst them, the Prophet ﷺ has explained in the hadith mentioned in Musnad al-Bazzar, أطعم الطعام وأفش السلام وأطب الكلام وصلي بالليل والناس نيام تدخل الجنة بسلام. That if you feed others, if you spread salam, if you speak kindly to one another, if you pray at night whilst people are asleep, night time, the time of Qiyamul Layl, Tahajjud, whilst people are sleeping, you are awake, worshipping Almighty Allah. If you engage in these activities whilst living a life as a good Muslim, staying away from the major and minor sins, تَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ بِسَلَامٍ, you will be able to peacefully enter paradise. From amongst these four, the one that I want to focus on is وَأَفْشِ السَّلَامِ, spreading salam, spreading peace. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith mentioned in Sahih Muslim, لا تدخلوا الجنة حتى تؤمنوا ولا تؤمنوا حتى تحابوا أولا أدلكم على شيء إذا فعلتموه تحاببتم أفشوا السلام بينكم. The Prophet ﷺ said, none of you can enter paradise until you believe. And none of you can believe until you love one another. Should I not inform you of a thing which will cause you to love one another? The companions were waiting. What is this thing that will cause us to love one another, to express our love for one another, which will mean that we are believers, which will mean that we will enter paradise? The Prophet ﷺ said, Afshu salama bainakum, give salam to one another. Spread peace amongst each other by giving salam to one another. Something which is looked past, something which we take for granted. Something when we give salam, we may not be even doing it properly. We may be looking somewhere else whilst giving salam. A common thing, as-salamu alaykum. And you're focusing on other things. As-salamu alaykum. Looking elsewhere. This is our state. But this act is that which could take us to Jannah peacefully. To give salam is sunnah. But once the person has given salam, you've heard it, to reply to it is wajib. If we don't reply, we will be sinful. Because that person is expressing peace to us. And the fact that we are not replying to this salam of this person who is a Muslim, it shows that we have some sort of enmity. That we are not spreading that peace back. Therefore we are sinful. So if someone gives us salam, we must reply to their salam. But remember, the way we give salam is by saying Assalamu alaikum as a bare minimum. Assalamu alaikum. Not Assalamu alaikum. You understand? By eating up half of the words. Assalamu alaikum. What is this? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Properly pronounce Assalamu alaikum. But even if without the makharij, Assalamu alaikum. Not salam, us. Secondly, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Man qala assalamu alaykum kutiba lahu ashru hasanat. One who says assalamu alaykum to another person, Almighty Allah writes 10 good deeds for that person. وَمَنْ قَالَ السَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ. And one who says Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah, he adds wa rahmatullah, kutiba lahu 20 hasana. 20 good deeds are written for that individual. 10 for Assalamu alaykum and 10 for wa rahmatullah. Wa man qala Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh kutiba lahu 30 hasana. 30 good deeds will be written for that person who will say Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For each addition that we have made, 10 good deeds have been bestowed upon us by Almighty Allah. 10 good deeds. In another narration, an addition has been made of wa maghfiratuh. That if somebody adds wa maghfiratuh, arba'un, 40 good deeds will be written for that person. But as a bare minimum, we must say Assalamu alaykum. If we want more reward, add wa rahmatullah. If you want more reward, add wa barakatuh. And anything else you add will be even more reward bestowed upon you. As explained in the commentary of Sahih al-Bukhari, Fathul Bari, by Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, that the companions, he presents 5 hadith where the companions would add words after wa barakatuh, such as wa maghfiratuh, wa ridwanuh, to the extent that sometimes the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would also say this, wa maghfiratuh, wa ridwanuh, that may Allah's forgiveness be upon you, may His pleasure be upon you. Because the Quran mentions what in Surah An-Nisa, verse number 86, وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُم بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا أَوْ رُدُّوهَا. When someone comes and greets you, then greet them with that which is better than what they have greeted you. Or, if you can't do that, then greet them in an equal way. If they say Assalamu alaykum, if you want more rewards, say Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. But if you're not able to, then say Wa alaykum assalam. Greet them with that which is equal or more. More is better. But if you're not able to, then you can greet them with that which is equal. But if we do less, then we will be deprived of that reward. And if we ignore, like I mentioned, we will be sinful. We will be sinful. It is makruh tahriman, prohibitively disliked to not reply to somebody's salam. And when the salam is given, now how do we give the salam? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us about 2 things. Musafaha, mu'anaqa. Musafaha means to shake the hand of somebody. Shaking of hand. Mu'anaqa means to hug. Like you see, what do? We shake hands, we hug. These are from the practice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But what we find is that when people do musafaha, generally, many people shake with just one hand. And they never shake with 2 hands. Where in reality, the sunnah is to shake with 2 hands. 2 hands. You can see Sahih al-Bukhari. Imam Bukhari, the great expert of hadith, he compiled an entire chapter titled Babul Akhdhi Bil Yadain, the holding of the hands by 2 hands. The entire chapter is with this title. And then he brings the narration of Sayyiduna Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the companion of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, who said that when he shook the hand of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, kaffi bayna kaffayhi, that my hand was between both of the hands of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So to shake hands with both hands, this is the true sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if somebody wants to do it with just one hand, that's not something which will be disliked. That is also permissible. But the better sunnah, which is the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, is of both hands. Kaffi bayna kaffayhi. My hand was between both of the hands, kaffayhi, between both of the blessed hands of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Likewise, we have mu'anaqa, hugging. Whenever the companions would meet one another, إِذَا تَلَاقَوْا تَصَافَحُوا. When the companions would meet, they would do musafaha, they would shake each other's hands. وَإِذَا قَدِمُوا. Whenever they would meet each other after a long time, they had come back from a journey, they had gone away, and now they've come back. What would they do? تَعَانَقُوا. They will do mu'anaqa, they will hug one another. However, if somebody wants to hug and act upon the sunnah of mu'anaqa more, that whenever the person sees, for example, somebody comes to the masjid 5 times salah, and he sees the brothers, and he wants to hug them and give them salam, then that person will get the reward. You don't have to wait until the people go on a journey and then now you can meet them. From the masjid going back to your house and then coming back to the masjid is a journey. The more we act upon this, the more reward we will get. The more reward we will get, the more peacefully we can enter Jannah. This is what I want us to understand. But remember, when we give salam to one another, look at the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, mentioned in Musnad al-Bazzar. Innal Muslim, when the Muslim, إِذَا صَافَحَ أَخَاهُ, when the Muslim meets his brother, meaning another Muslim, and gives salam by shaking the hand, what will happen? تَحَاتَتْ خَطَايَاهُمَا. Both of their sins will start to fall off. How will they fall off? كَمَا يَتَحَاتُ وَرَقُ الشَّجَرِ. The way in the winter you see the leaves falling off the trees. The leaves are falling off the tree. That's how the sins will fall off the believer. So next time we give salam to another person, don't think of it as I have to give him salam. Oh, I'm running late. No. Think of this as an opportunity. I am giving salam, my sins are falling off. I am giving salam, I am being forgiven. I am giving salam, I am drawing closer to Almighty Allah. I am giving salam, I am becoming closer to entering paradise peacefully. We must have this intention when we give salam. So we must say Assalamu alaikum, or when we're playing Wa alaikum assalam, or add as much as we can and get more reward. We must shake hands with using 2 hands. We must do mu'anaqa, hug one another if we want to act upon that sunnah and get the reward. By doing this, what will happen? We will increase the love between us. And by increasing the love between us, this will be a sign that we are believers. And by being believers, we will be able to enter paradise peacefully. May Almighty Allah give us all the ability to act upon this. May Allah give us the ability to spread peace around the entire world. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ.